Coast. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
The score, Commanders 7, Buccaneers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
4th down, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Daniels. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Once again, it's Irving pushing through the contact. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball secure.
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. They made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Robinson fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5. To the air goes Daniels. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground with White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They go play action. Daniels. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Daniels. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Now Daniels. Flush to his right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Buccaneers 14, Buccaneers 7.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Commanders 14, Buccaneers 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off the option, here's Robinson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is caught by McMillan.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Irving.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give, Irving running right.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A run up the middle with Irving.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Mayfield to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1. And